everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be trying out a couple of Suntegrity. Is it Suntegrity or Suntegrity? Oh no, it's Suntegrity Impeccable Skin Moisturizing Face Sunscreen. Ooh. I don't think I've actually shared a video about this, but back then, probably about a couple of years back, at least about 5 years back if I'm not mistaken, I've actually tried Suntegrity products before, and I absolutely love their sunscreens, their sunblocks, whatever that you want to call it. They are amazing, seriously. I love the regular face one because that one, it really smells like fruit. It's so fruity. It doesn't smell like sunscreen at all. You know how sunblock usually have that kind of very SPF kind of scent, but usually Suntegrity don't have that kind of scent except for their tinted coverage one. Yeah, their tinted coverage one has a little bit of that SPF scent to it, or more like a makeup scent to it. But the regular sunscreens one, even their body sunblock and stuff like that, also all smell amazing. They don't smell of any sort of SPF at all. The ones that I've tried so far, they are all actually very dewy. They all have that very dewy and oily look to the skin, which I understand not a lot of people like. That kind of look, it's really just for people with dry skin. I mean, I love it because I have dry skin, so I like that kind of dewy finish of the product. But I do know that even like my sister, she has, I think she has dry skin as well, but she still hates that kind of that kind of sleek look, or that kind. It just feels very sleeky on the face. It feels very a little bit oily on the face. The old version one, the dewy one, especially when you wear glasses, it feels like it does slip off your face a little bit. Yeah, it wasn't the most ideal tinted sunscreen or even sunscreen in the world, but it was just very nice for me, especially when I'm just, when I just need some kind of coverage. But now they came out with a new formula, okay? This one is a mineral matte tinted coverage. So it's very similar to the tinted coverage, the previous one, the older formula one, but this one comes with a matte finish, matte-ish kind of finish, apparently, according to them. It says that it's infused with peptides and vitamin C and E. It has a broad spectrum of SPF 30. It has blue light protection, vegan, for all skin type, oil and silicone free, which is great because sometimes some products can be not so good for the skin, okay? This one is free of parabens, phthalates, propylglycol, mineral oils, wow, chemical UV absorbers, wow, that's ingredients of Suntegrity. Is really amazing. That's why I love it. It is very much pricey, very much up there in price when it comes to sunscreen, but overall their skincare are just great skincare, really good sunscreen. Of course, I would say that 30 SPF, it's a little bit low for my liking. I do prefer something like at least 50 SPF, but because of whatever that's inside the ingredients of this and the smell of this, it kind of makes me feel like, okay, you know what? For indoor purposes, it's fine. As long as I'm not like, if I'm not going out to do like heavy outdoor activities, then this one is just not gonna be enough for me, I feel. But other than that, on an everyday basis, for me, if I say I just want to go and do some grocery shopping, or even just go and eat some mama food or just things like that, because I work from home, so I generally don't do makeup every single day. So like today, there's no makeup at all. I actually just did some kind of mask review, and my skin is feeling amazing right now thanks to that Annie's Way mask. It's so good, so interesting, so weirdly interesting, but at the same time so good. So I thought, you know what, I need some kind of protection. I already moisturized my mask. I've already moisturized my face right now, and I thought I need some kind of protection. I have been using quite a lot of other sunscreens that I have, which is the Althea sunscreen. Some other sunscreens as well, which I was just testing it out also, but I will talk about that in another video. But Althea sunscreen is actually pretty good. I really do like that. For people with dry skin, you will actually like that as well. But today it's about this sunscreen. I really hope that it's not as dewy as the previous one, or they're still selling the previous one, it's just a different variant. They know that one is a little bit dewy for some people, so they came up with like a more matte coverage kind of thing, or more of a matte finish kind of sunscreen. They gave me all 3 shades, thankfully, so that I can show you the colors of the shades. And I have Ivory, Sand and Buff. I know that my mom actually do love this sunscreen as well, because the last one I actually gave her to try, because they also did send me all 3 shades and she really liked it. So I'm gonna give one to her because her shade is a little bit, she has, I think, a tone or 2 darker shade than me. So that's why one of this will be perfect for her, and maybe the other one I will actually pass to my sister. Okay, let's see. I believe my shade is Ivory. So we're just gonna pump all 3 of them out and see what a color shade's like. I really do love that packaging. It's sleek. It's very nice to travel with as well. It's not too heavy. It has like 56.7 grams in them. That's very specific. Product in the USA, cruelty-free and vegan. One other thing that I absolutely love about this sunscreen is that it comes in a pump form, which is amazing. It makes it so much more hygienic. You can control the amount of product that comes out as well. It just feels so much cleaner, and I just like anything in pump form now. But anything that is with pump form and somewhat like airtight like this, it lasts a little bit longer as compared to, you know, like a tub kind of thing. When you open it up, you need to use it within like 12 months because it's being exposed to the air. So let's pump this out and we see how the shade looks like. Ooh, that's pretty white for Ivory actually. Let's do the other one. This is Buff. Now we're gonna go in with Sand. I think Sand might be the darkest shade that they have. Yeah, I'm right. So this is how it looks like. This is Sand, this is Buff, and this is Ivory. It's quite different in shade other than this two. Yeah, this one has a little bit more of like an orangey color. This one has a little bit more of a yellow color. This one is pretty pink in undertone. Actually, I can kind of pull off Buff as well. Oh, is that a little bit too dark? I'm probably a little bit in between shades. Sand might be, oh wait, no, sorry, that was Sand, maybe Buff. This is Buff actually. If it's not Ivory, I actually might be able to pull off Buff. Or should I just stick to Ivory? Is it too white? Okay, wait, let me just remove the sand off my face. See, this is Buff. And if I buff it in, or the puns. Is it too yellow for my skin? Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a little bit yellow for me. Actually, I can. It's just that I have to apply it all over my face to actually, I mean, like right now you can tell a little bit of a difference here, a little bit fairer, and the buff kind of makes my skin look a little bit yellower, but I really do think I can pull it off. That is more of a natural look if I choose to have that. You know what? I'm gonna try with Ivory. Just gonna do this as how I'm gonna do this every single day. I'm gonna apply it on my palms, which is like what normal people do. Probably about 1.5 pumps for now. This is how it looks like for 1.5 pumps. Rub it in between my fingers like this. This is how I usually do it when it comes to sunscreen. And I'm just gonna apply it on my face like that because this is how normal people do it. Actually, Ivory is a little bit fair, I think, from the camera. Camera usually picks up a little bit differently as compared to an in person. I'm gonna apply it in my neck as well. I don't think it covers much. I feel that this kind of tinted kind of moisturizer is more of like if you just want to lightly even up your skin tone without, at least you just want to make sure that your skin has something on, okay, rather than going out super barefaced. If you are more of that sort of people that you are a little bit worried about going out completely barefaced, then this kind of tinted moisturizer is good. Or even for people with like me, usually I already have somewhat of a clear skin. What I need is to just somewhat even up my skin tone, and then I can apply on like regular makeup on my face without applying on a full-fledged foundation. So let's see, Ivory. Like my nose area here, I can still really see a lot of like the redness around here that it's not being covered at all. Redness around here that's not being covered at all. Redness here that's not really being covered much. Lightly covered, but not so much. My dark under eyes, not slightly even it out, but not really covered also. So I would say that this is like almost light to nothing coverage. More natural. You can see your skin being peeked through. You still have to blend it out a little bit because I can see that I didn't really do such a good job there. Ivory works as well for me, but I think I'm in between Ivory and Buff. If they have just a shade in between that would be just perfect for me. I'm gonna compare this to their previous version. Yeah, I mean, I've already thrown that previous version out because it's been so long ago, okay? I cannot be using that anymore. I do feel that this one also still gives you a little bit of that dewy effect, but not as much as the previous Suntegrity or the older version of Suntegrity or the other version. I wouldn't call it an older version. This wouldn't be like a... I don't think this is like an upgraded version. I just feel like this is just a different version, just a matte version of the other Suntegrity tinted tinted sunscreen. So it's just a different version, alright? But I do think that this one is just less dewy as compared to the other version. The other version is really, really, really dewy. I can really tell like it's really extra dewy. So this one is a little bit more of like a velvety kind of dewy. It's not matte. It's not completely matte, to be honest. For me, I don't mind it because I have dry skin. But if oily skin type people out there that are looking like for a completely matte kind of tinted moisturizing sunscreen, this is probably not for you because it still somewhat feels like it has that glow to my skin. Like you can tell it's not completely matte. There is still somewhat of a glow on my skin. It evens out my skin tone a little bit, which is a good part. It makes my, I guess, it just makes you look a little bit more healthy, a little bit more human, rather than just completely super bad face, especially if you have a lot of issues with your face, like really a lot of like redness around and things like that. This would be a really good tinted moisturizer. It feels good though. It really feels nice on the face. For a dry skin people like me, it does feel really nice on the face. It does feel very moisturizing on the face. It doesn't feel very heavy at all. It doesn't feel like it's very thick. It's not super extremely oily as compared to the older version. So that is good, that is good. If you're more of a dry skin person but you don't want it to be too oily, so this will be a really good option. But I mean, if you want a completely matte kind of finish for sunscreen, you have to use like a water-based kind of sunscreen. This one is more of like a creamy kind of base. Ooh, smell-wise, I don't... Oh my gosh, smell-wise, this has no scent at all. The previous version or the other version, the other sunscreen version, okay, unless I buff it out and get my nose really super up close, it really almost has no smell at all. If anything, it smells a little bit of like that foundation smell, just a very light hint. And I have to really get my nose up there to really smell that foundation kind of scent. That's pretty interesting because the older version or the other version actually do have, I wouldn't say super strong, but it's there. Like when you pump it out itself, you can already smell that foundation scent. But this one, no. It's really almost completely scentless, which is amazing. I hope they actually tweak the other version one as well and make it like almost scentless like this. Wow, if you want a scentless product or a scentless sunscreen with a little bit of tint in it, try this one out. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty interesting. Let's see, can you build it up or not? Yeah. I mean, this is not a foundation, so you cannot really build the coverage. Just slightly, but not much. I don't think you can build much. You probably can layer it twice, that's all. But other than that, it would just get too much on the face already. If you really want to cover up, use a concealer after this, so that just those areas that you really need to cover up so that it doesn't feel too heavy on the face. I personally don't recommend applying foundation on top of this. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know if that works or not, but for me, I don't think I will use a foundation over it. If anything, I will use this as like a foundation base, and then I use a concealer on the parts where I really need to cover. Then that's why I'll blend it out, and then that just makes more sense for me. But yeah, you do whatever you want to do. It's up to you. You try it out, you let me know. But overall, I really enjoy this sunscreen so much. I love this. Yeah, sunscreens are just the best sunscreen on earth. They're pricey, but for their ingredients, they are really good products. Alright, so that's pretty much it for my first impression of this Suntegrity new formula, new matte-ish formula. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!